Hello and welcome back to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and in this episode of Brutal Legend, we're moving on to Doom's Dawn, our next major field battle against the new faction that has spawned up during the time jump, the Drowning Doom.
I don't know, but we gotta get rid of them so we can secure our fan base.
Alright, so, the Drowning Doom faction has got significantly different units than what we have. Although the Drowned specifically, which are the guides in the Grateful Dead T-shirts, if you will, are slightly heavier hitters than our Ironhead units, and they to compensate for that, they have a weakness specifically to fire. Fire damage is not a thing that we have yet, but it is a thing that we will get after this mission.
Dude, we got a fire axe. Of course we got fire damage.
Okay, that's the last of them.
I do love the Razor Girl tag team, though.
No. Hold on there, mister. Don't just bury the lead on me just yet. We have a fire axe. What do you mean we don't have fire damage?
Our fire axe is the only thing that we have that has fire damage, and that is an optional upgrade.
It is an optional upgrade, but now its moment has arrived. Let's rock.
But the thing is, only the Drowned are actually weak to fire damage. I don't think anything else from Drowning Doom is weak to fire.
Well, it seems that we invariably will have to kick ass. Although, what do you think you're going to be doing more? Letting your units kill shit, or you personally killing shit with, like, your melee attacks and face melter and so forth?
Your units. Your units are way better at killing shit than any is.
In mass, yes, I would agree that they probably would be better. Meanwhile, I'm trying to place where black-haired, striped shirt people are referencing.
I'm pretty sure it's Grateful Dead.
It's not. No. Grateful Dead is a 60s, like, you know, acid rock trippy hippie 60s band. I mean, they did rock. Oh yes, they were one of the earliest, and they rocked the hardest. They lost some good people along the way. We wish them well in the afterlife.
All right, so the Cursed Brides, those are actually a support unit for the most part. They actually have. Do you remember the Cursed Iron Maiden from Diablo 2?
No, but I remember the cover of, it was either Necrophagus or Cannibal Corpse. Yes, Cannibal Corpse, 1993. That album, yeah. Except that particular zombie was not wearing a dress. As a matter of fact, that particular zombie was not wearing any clothes at all.
Let's hear it for the fans!
Yeah.
Also, the Drowned happen to have two different states of damage. When they're half dead, they lose their heads, and then when they fall over, they are completely dead. I don't actually know what this particular enemy is called, but it is a long-range artillery unit.
That's a Medusa head.
You say that, but it actually has its own terminology. I just don't remember what it is.
Gorgon head?
It's probably Gorgon head, honestly.
Yeah, because because Medusa is just one Gorgon, right? I was going to say, going back to the lore. So 3 months have passed. Okay, so now, now we very clearly have a solidified allegiance. We're all, you know, running together, gung ho. But we lost Ophelia along the way. This game has set up what is probably going to be very well forecasted, that she's going to appear on the opposite side of the field.
Not in this battle.
Not in this battle, right. But you would agree that that's a pretty fucking easy thing to see coming because of what just happened.
Yeah.
Yes, but spoiler alert.
One of the other things that we picked up off screen is we picked up the rocket launcher for our Druid Plow. The rocket launcher, the whole reason we have it is because of this. The rocket launcher, although it doesn't do all that much damage, it allows us to effectively stun lock enemies.
Yeah, like little hordes of enemies, because the splash damage is spreading the stun factor. That is devastating. And then you back up. Keep shooting. And then you back up some more. Keep shooting.
And here we have the Accursed Matron. The Accursed Matron is actually it's a very powerful unit. It specifically is very good at destroying vehicles.
That is so brutally metal. It's a split. That is a Brood Matron. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so fucking metal. I can't even fit it into my head. And they got lots of health, of course, which means that they're going to be.
I don't know if they actually have all that much health, but they're resistant to vehicle attacks, and they take vehicles out relatively quickly with their spawnlings.
Holy shit! Play the best song in the world, or I'll eat your soul.
Face Melter. Face Melter still does a shitload of damage to these smaller units, so that's why whenever we find ourselves surrounded like that, I just immediately default to it.
It's when these big belly bitches start like turning on a swivel that suddenly it becomes like pretty hilarious. Oh yeah, now we're doing the whole yep, just back up, keep shooting. And back up, keep shooting. And back up, keep shooting. And back up, keep shooting.
Now, because of how we're actually approaching this field battle, it takes us a while to actually finish this one, though. I should actually be producing more units on the back end here.
Yeah, you should be.
But
you should be supporting
instead of actually fighting them with my Druid Plow, because again, the Druid Plow does not actually deal with units that well.
Come on, drive through them.
It doesn't do that much damage.
Fuck. We need bigger vehicles. I'm singing.
All right, so the Cursed Bride. Every time you hit it with an attack, it retaliates with its own thunderbolt.
Yeah, melt their faces. Oh hell yeah, one-hit kit on the Brood Matrons.
It's not a one-hit kill. She had taken some pretty significant damage from a face melter earlier, as well as some shocker combos that I had laid at her.
Yeah, shocking, like sprouting a pregnant belly like out of nowhere. There's like no animation, just poof, it's just there.
It gradually fills up.
She got knocked up.
No, the merch booth.
What? Standing ovation for me?
But yeah, good one, Eddie. Because I'm standing, that you get a standing ovation. I mean, I do love Eddie. Honestly, he makes a great anchor for the game because we've gone on quite an adventure with him so far.
And smash. Unfortunately, the combo that I'm using doesn't actually one shot through the Cursed Brides. No, we missed.
Dang it!
I'm sorry, was that a bit?
They left the range before we finished the solo. Needs more base next time. Base carries well over distance because the base consists of a wider physical wavelength.
I thought it was a lower physical wavelength.
Well, lower. What does lower mean?
Oh, sorry, lower frequency.
Lower
my
frequency.
bad.
It is a lower frequency. But that's just it. Is because that's why the frequency is lower. Is because it makes fewer repetitions per cycle. And the reason why it makes fewer repetitions per cycle is because the width and breadth of the undulation of the sound takes more time to elapse per cycle.
Eddie, look! Oh shit.
That's a lot of dudes.
So be it. Let us not keep death waiting.
But what's this? Uh-oh, it's the Fire Barons.
Girls, girls, girls.
I told you
That-
they'd be back!
Breaking the law, breaking the law,
Is this the outfit that murdered the general?
breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the
Right
law.
then. The other
That is
guy.
definitely, those are definitely the dudes from Judas Priest. That's
Man,
my
those
guess
Fire
right there.
Please don't tell him all the bad stuff I said, okay?
Unfortunately, we don't actually have access to the Fire Barons tag team attack yet, so...
Right now they're just here. We have beer.
No, the Fire Barons are an interesting unit because they are a light vehicle unit. They're incredibly fast, but I don't actually know if they do all that much damage, to be perfectly honest. I just know that they are relatively effective at getting around the battlefield. Unfortunately, we are about to lose our stage because look at all the dudes that are up here. And we got killed during our solo. I actually think that Doom's Dawn, as mentioned by Pascardette slightly earlier, I think that Doom's Dawn is the second hardest mission in the game.
Oh man, now we're dying while conducting solos. However, unlike Wolf from Sekiro, what Eddie is drawing on is just the infinite power of the metal.
Sometimes it hurts.
Look, everybody. Why so many colors?
What I should be attempting to do is a tag team with Lydia in order to get rid of a bunch of the smaller units here.
Maniacal laughter. I laugh at that subtitle as it flickers on the screen for a moment.
Oh yes, one of the other units that showed up was the Drowning Doom's heavy vehicle unit, which is the Organist. The Organist, I believe, has the ability to resurrect units, but the more important thing about the Organist is that it casts a field-wide debuff on opposing forces. Specifically, it's a slowed attack and movement speed.
That actually is a very effective area of effect affliction.
Yeah, and the Organist doesn't really have all that much damage potential on it, but it doesn't need to because of how effective a support unit it is.
Yes, I agree that doing face melting from a distance is the best and safest way.
Although it is the safest way, you end up missing a lot when you attempt to face melt from a distance. All right, so that should be our home base successfully defended. Now we just got to go find the rest of the units. I actually spent a couple of minutes attempting to find the last units because they're down at the river and.
Is that a jump cut?
Yeah, that was a jump cut.
That was a jump cut for me finding the last guy. Sorry. We forgive you, Gerard, because you saved us a lot of time.
There.
Victory! Yeah, victory! Yay. This dude is totally dead. He's wearing a t-shirt. It's an Ankh, but it's upside down.
Now do you see what she's capable of?
She has merchandise.
That means
Do you finally see? The Black Tears are the source of
we
her
will
power.
attack the
But
merch
you see, the
stand.
Black Tears was sealed. Forever. Where have you guys been? Draviculus opened up the sea right after Linewhite bit it. We had to keep moving north just to get away from these gloomy mothers.
Diviculus? Why?
To set human against human. To let the uprising destroy itself.
To have this next third of the game happen.
Because we
It's time to
said,
get out of here.
Ophelia,
But where
get
are we
out
gonna
of the
run
car.
To the Sea of Black Tears.
Behind
Suicide.
tears.
Alright, and in the next episode, we'll continue exploring this snowy mountainside as we attempt to figure out where the fuck we're supposed to go.
Find a way to get the bus over the gorge, I'll give you a buzz.
I'm gonna go over the gorge. We'll see you there, George.